Alright, sunscreens, sunblocks. Let's take sunblocks first. Sunblocks are like titanium dioxide, which is toxic to pets. And what it does is, you know, you go out to the beach, see the lifeguards, they have that white stuff on?
Yeah.
Alright. And what it does is it actually deflects the sun ray. Alright? But if you got it equally distributed over the body, it'll deflect all the sun rays, but you just don't get it equally all over your body. So you don't get all the sun rays. Alright? So, and it leaves a film, and so it's generally not the more desirable of the two types to use. The sunscreen are actually ingredients, and both, by the way, both sunblock and sunscreens are considered drugs. So they have to meet the standards of the FDA. And by the standards of the FDA, they have to be safe, they have to be efficacious, and they have to be reproducible, or they have to have stability and validation in the production of the product. Alright, so the sunscreen will take care of both UVA and UVB light. What's the difference between ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B light? Ultraviolet A light is very short, and it can only penetrate down to the bottom layer of the epidermis. So it can actually trigger problems with the melanin, of course, can it? But that's all the farther the UVA light goes. And that's where you get your suntan from. UVB light will penetrate all the way down into the dermis. And that's why it affects your collagen, your elastin, and that's why the creases become craters, etc.
I have one question about that, because most of our customers ask, and it's important. They take their dogs to the beach or to the dog park, and they stay over 2 hours there. They think they have an assumption that the sunscreen is going to protect just the hair. And I try to tell them, you need to make sure it's going to the skin and not only to the hair itself, because the hair after the skin is dead already anyway. So you don't want to protect so much the hair, because that's the hair is protecting the skin. But if the dog is shaved down, it really needs to go through the skin, and the hair is going to impede the product to go to the skin sometimes.
Right. So what you really need, first of all, you have to have a product that's FDA approved, okay, or FDA compliant. epi-pet has the only FDA compliant sunscreen for pets. All other sunscreens are illegally on the market. Okay. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing is that in the design of this, what we did is, and Lisa will pull it out. We're no commercial, but it's important to know this because sunscreen is important. Do you have a sunscreen? Just spray that baby up in the air. Okay, so how's that come out? It comes out as a mist, doesn't it? So it has the abilities to penetrate through the hairs.
And it's upside down.
And that's also, this is a bag-on valve spray, which is also environmentally friendly, and it can be turned in every which way. So when all your questions are so perfect, you were supposed to wait till I got home. but what you, first of all, you want something that's safe, something that meets the FDA needs, FDA compliance, because we don't want to put anything on ourselves and we don't want to put anything on our pet that doesn't meet those. And let me assure you that it's extremely expensive to have this happen. Every time I run a manufactured line of this, it's $6,000 just for the testing for the FDA for that line. Okay? So you're absolutely right by telling them that it needs to get